Peace be to you. Assalamu alaikum. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health educator slash physician associate. So today I want to answer some questions that I've received on social media about getting started as a new PA. And I think I'm going to talk about, number one, how to protect yourself as a new PA, because you simply, no offense, but you don't have the experience yet. So if you just graduated and you just got your PAC, now you're looking for work, so you can get licensed. There's some things you should know and some pitfalls that I've seen PAs fall into over the past 20 years of my being a PA. So, number one, make sure after you get your certification, make sure when you get your first job, get licensed. Make sure the doctor with whom you have the licensing agreement is licensed. It may surprise you. I've only heard of this, but doctors who are not licensed opening up or having clinics, so maybe they had their license at one time and then lost their license, but they still got to make money, so they're still practicing. And a lot of the clinics like this are way, way, way out in the rural areas, are deep in the inner cities, kind of away from prying eyes, as it were. So the patients don't complain. The patients aren't asking to see anybody's license or anything. The patients don't know if you're licensed or not. So I've only heard of these types of doctors having assistants working for them. And they pay them under the table, meaning they pay them cash for their services. There's a kind of an agreement, so to speak. Maybe it's verbal or maybe it's written, but it doesn't comply with the DOH standards, the Department of Health standards of the state, or in my case, district, in which the PA is working. So this will cause you some very severe problems. You can actually get in very serious trouble for this. So make sure the doctor is certified and licensed. This is in particular if you're working for a outer reach private practice. Number two, make sure that you are familiar with the laws and bylaws of the state in which you are practicing. A lot of these posts now at the internet age, you should be able to download your rules and regulations of PAs in the state in which you reside. It should be on PDF format or something like that. Number three, get involved in your state committee. So I need to renew my membership to the DC District of Columbia Academy of Physician Assistants, because they'll help with things like this. They'll help you understand things like this. They've got guest speakers and so forth. The AAPA also does it. Number four, I said, if you see things that are kind of fishy in the place in which you are practicing, so maybe, for instance, maybe that doctor has unlicensed physicians working there. So you've got people who are international medical graduates. They're full-fledged doctors in their country, but they're not licensed in this country. If you graduate from a non-U.S. medical school and you're trying to practice in the U.S., you have to apply for residency. In most cases, you got to do your residency all over again. So a lot of these folks are working as lab technicians and things like that. They're teaching science courses at the local community college. But some of them, unfortunately, are working as undercover doctors, quote unquote. Well, they're doctors, but they're working unlicensed in some small clinic far away. If you see any of that going on, it's better not to work in that clinic. It's not worth the money that you think you're getting. Because if there is an investigation into that clinic for some reason, you are going to be part of that investigation. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. I'll say, well, Mr. Abdul-Malik, did you know that this was going on? No. Are you sure? You worked at that clinic for a while. You didn't know these doctors were unlicensed? They were giving you orders and writing prescriptions? You got to be careful. CYA, cover your aspirations to be a practicing PA. Number 6, I think I'm on. If you choose to go into practice for yourself, I knew a new graduate that did this. She told me she didn't want to work for anybody. So she got with another doctor, they put some money together and started their own clinic. You've got to really be sure that you understand the rules and regulations and laws of the state in which you have your clinic, because not every state is what I would call PA friendly. So you want to be sure that you're not functioning as some kind of physician, and it's your practice. Or you have in some cases you could do this. There's a PA way out in Nebraska, where they would not have any health care if he was not there. So he was very open and upfront about what he was doing, and the state worked with him. But that's an exception, because now we have this concept of expanded autonomy. I put autonomy in quotes there. Expanded privileges, I'll say, as PAs. We got to be careful about not crossing the line, especially as a new graduate. You don't want to blow your career before your fledgling career. Number 6, please do not, and I say this from experience, do not let any friends or family seek your services as a medical expert, quote unquote, and do something, you wind up doing something that's unethical or just flat out illegal. So, for instance, people will bring you forms to sign. They say, look, this has got to be signed by the doctor so I can get this particular exemption, or I can get, my Social Security disability, or I can get this kind of money. It's usually money or a job, or I need a health clearance signed by the doctor, or I need some prescriptions. Can't you just, you're like a doctor. Can't you just give me some prescriptions? Give me a prescription for this medication? Don't do that. And they'll make you feel bad about it. I've gone through this. Can't you just, you're basically a doctor. You're not a doctor. And if you sign that form or give those prescriptions, guess what? That stuff is tracked. Then it becomes like, well, is this particular person for whom you wrote these prescriptions or signed this document, are they a patient of your supervising physician? No. Well, guess what? You're practicing as a physician. You're going to get in trouble. Because there's a liability issue. There's a responsibility and an accountability issue. You got to be careful with that. I think that's about it. Just if you have any questions, it's good to seek an attorney. It's worth paying that attorney a couple of $100 an hour to look over any contracts you have or any questions that you may have. And again, seek help from your state committees or the AAPA, the American Academy of Physician Assistants, because they do have attorneys and legal experts specifically for PA issues. So that's all I can think of for now. I might do a follow-up video. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Congratulations to you new graduates. Congratulations for you guys who just got your C and passed your physician assistant national certification exam. Congratulations on you guys who just got that first PA job. Take care, guys. I'll put my contact info in the comment section or the description section if you want to chat or something. Take care.